Right. Back again to do this. Oh, as soon as I pushed that button, my ears started ringing. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Spirits, friends. As soon as I get ready to do this, I get kind of silly and yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say thank you for being here. I just got a couple of new subs. And if this resonates for you, please join my little collective because Spirit pushed me to do this. I had no plan at all to do a tarot channel, not at all. And I see now why I was pushed to do it, but part of it is definitely to draw people. I keep hearing my story is your story, and this is also a place where I can share other healing things, which I will eventually. I really like having a place where I can be, this stuff's not easy. Like, normal people don't get this stuff. You know what I mean? Not normal, but regular people. And so I'm definitely in a time of my life where I need a new soul family. I need to feel, I don't want to say validated, but more like the camaraderie of like-minded people. Okay. I think a lot of us who watch tarot see how supportive it is. Like, to me, it's just a really good pep talk. And also I've been surprised as I've started watching tarot on YouTube, just how like how other people can be in a similar situation, and I found that very supportive. And so I think that's a big part of what we're doing here. So if this resonates, please join my little collective. There's a reason for you to be here. And also, please like the video, even on your way out, just to help me spread the news here a little bit. You know how YouTube is. It's really hard to be found. It's like throwing little... I envision in my mind throwing little TVs into the ocean. Every time I put a video out, it's like, splash! It's a little tiny splash in a really big ocean. Anyway, I'm getting silly. I know my collective is like fun and silly. Okay. I've already shuffled the decks. I've already asked for guidance from my guides and your guides. And let's see what we're going to get here today. I'm going to do a loose, past, present, future, clarify, and then we'll get some advice. Alrighty? Let's do this. It's not raining today, so it's beautiful Sunday. It's quiet, sunny. Love it. Feeling really good. I hope you're feeling good. Oh, hello. Good morning. Page of Cups. Okay. Oh, stop. The World. Yay. And Justice. Like I always say this, I try not to talk too much, but that's part of how I process. So I try not to be confusing, but I get kind of wound up. So this definitely will unfold. Excuse me. Oh, it's good. A frog in my throat too. There must be something about my throat chakra and actually feeling comfortable putting my messages out there, Excuse me. All right. Page of Cups. The World and Justice. Wow. Now, the Page of Cups is usually a page. A lot of times is a message or conversation or this looks, this is like a fun invitation maybe. It's kind of silly. She's looking at that fish in the cup. It took me years to notice that. But then these are like very intense energies. The world is like that portal we've been talking about going through, right? Not everyone, but a lot of people are going through this portal of just like the end of your journey where you're going to start a whole new journey. And then Justice, right? Because the World is the last of the major arcana. And so you've gone through the whole fool's journey, and then you end up in this like beautiful place, and then you go through the portal and you start over. She's naked like a baby. But it's like a really good place to be at because you start over with everything you learned on your journey, right? And then Justice is like divine justice, karma, good karma, hopefully. Page of Cups, huh? Now, Page of Cups can be just a fresh way of doing things because the pages are young. So it also can be immaturity. I don't know. Let's see what else we've got here. And then the Emperor. Huh. I'm not really sure what's going on here. This is really standing out to me. The World. I mean, maybe this page has passed through here. Maybe in this process, you've learned more of like what you deserve. I feel like that's a common theme. Like a lot of us kind of woke up to the fact that things weren't what we thought, or people, I don't know. For me, I just saw a huge pattern in my life that I had never seen before, and it changed everything. And so, and it does have to do with justice. It does have to do with getting what I deserve, like seeing that I have put out a lot in my life kind of in a naive way, because that's what I do. And expecting it to pay off every time, you know, and a lot of times it didn't. And I still gave and gave and gave, right? I think that's a common theme right now. And now as I've passed through, or it's like learning that is what's pushing you through the doorway, okay? And so this needs to be, justice is another major arcana, so it's like, maybe once you get through, you're going to get what you deserve finally. And I've heard that from other readers too. I like that idea, let me tell you. This is past energy. I'm a little confused. Let's see what the next thing says here. Let's look at the next one. It always comes together at the end, but it's good. I mean, it's interesting energy. I like it. King of Wands. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. Oh, that flew. Okay. Well, at least they're flying out. Tower. Now, the readings I did yesterday, I think, I was just watching them. By the way, I watch all of these because I forget what I say when I'm doing them. And I've been doing them for myself, like, a lot over the last year or two. But then I don't retain the messages really well because I get in this little zone. So now I watch them. And I get a lot out of them, much more watching them. Like I watch other readers. I watch tons of readings and I find them extremely helpful. So just kind of, I know this is for you, but this is also for me. And maybe first it's for me. And that's what I'm learning. Not like, I've always done things for myself. This is parenthetically here. I've always done things for myself, but now I feel there's a real importance to looking at it. I forgot what I was going to say. Okay. King of Wands in the other reading yesterday was, oh yeah, in that giving thing I was talking about. Like maybe you do this too, and especially if you're still on social media, because I'll tell you this, you don't want to hear this, but like my healing started when I left social media 2 years ago. Like I didn't know that was happening, but if you're especially if you're prone to like depression and stuff, like please just trust me. I'll do some videos on this eventually. Like everything I learned was so intense after I left, but not until I left. You know, I understand it's fun, but step one in my healing, like super deep healing of my life, when I left Facebook. I'm telling you. I don't know why I started talking about all that stuff. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Can we stick to the cards now? King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, the Tower. Now, as I was going to say in this reading yesterday, King of Wands was like someone else. It could also be you. Let's see. Let me stare at this. I'm getting all worked up here. Ace of Pentacles in the World. I mean, it's a big offer here. This could be someone coming at you with a big offer, but the Tower, it really shakes things up. Now the Tower, I mean, it can be something negative, but usually it's just something big and unexpected that it frees you, actually. It can seem scary, but then look, you're free. Okay, the top pops off, but you're free. But another major arcana having to do with justice. I'm feeling like this is someone else. I mean, you could be graduating on your throne from being a puppy where you just kind of gave it all away to like being more structured about it, or being more in, I mean, the king is in control, right? He's a king, so. Or it could be somebody that's just further along than you, right? Maybe, or a guide for you. Because here's this offer, or this new thing. Pentacles are things, right? Earthly. It can be a job. It can be money. It's just a new thing. You go through the portal and you get this new thing. And it shakes things up a lot. I'm so curious now. I can't wait for this. King of Pentacles, huh? Let's see. 3 more for the bottom, please. I'm really intrigued now. 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. Oh, this guy was here yesterday in the same row, huh? And there's Queen of Wands. Okay. That's interesting. King of Cups, the Magician. We'll look at that in a minute. I feel like, I don't know if I'm getting the messages here. I feel kind of scattered. It always comes together in the end, though. Lately, I don't know if they're getting more complex to read because I'm getting better at reading, you know? But, you know, I am relatively new at it. But I feel like every reading I get better. Just sometimes it takes me a while to get there compared to some other readers. So conflict. Now I kind of feel like this is your progression. Interesting, because he's like growing up, kind of. Even though this isn't a, you know, this is a 9 and not a king, but this is like a independent card of like being independent and having everything you need, right? Well, let me look at this. I'm just not sure what's going on here. I know the second layer, the clarifiers will clear it up for us, but let me see here. Conflict, and then here's another offer. See how it's the same almost. His hand's holding this thing and he's looking at it. It's like, here, do you want this thing? Look how shiny. What is it though? What is it? And who is bringing this offer exactly? I'm not sure about that yet. There's some kind of conflict here. I mean, okay, here's what I see with the Pentacles here. You've got everything you need. Somebody comes to you with this offer and you're conflicted about it. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe it's a shallow offer. It's not what you're looking for. It's not enough or something. So as I see a progression here going, what did I say about this guy? Kind of naive and giving before you go through the portal. And then you see that you were giving more than you were receiving, and then justice. Now you're like, I'm not doing that anymore, right? Justice is super strong card, right? That's major arcana in the Tower. Everybody's gonna like it, right? And now you go through, and now you're the King of Wands, and you're like, you know, I know what I want to do. I do what the King of Wands does what the fuck he wants to do. Same with the Queen, and we'll look at this in a minute. But what I like about the Queen is that little cat. He's like, you want some of this? Do what the fuck I want to do. Creativity. This is where I'm at right now. It's like, I do what I want. I'm doing all kind of crazy creative shit. I'll start a tarot channel tomorrow, whatever. You know, I do what I want. And I'm doing new stuff. And it's freeing me. It's totally different, right? This is why I see this Tower is like, boom, I'm doing this other stuff, dude. Fuck this. And, you know, something. It's freeing you, but it's also kind of crazy, right? The Tower and Justice, like, I'm going to shake this shit up because I deserve better, and I'm going to do a new thing, and I'm going to do it how I want and whatever. But still, I see this little offer thing. Maybe this is your new start, and someone comes at you with this little thing. And you're like, yeah, but I have this. Why would I take that dinky thing? But something about it is conflicting. What did I say about Justice in the Tower? Like not giving a fuck, doing what you want, getting what you deserve, or working on that in a big, like in a kind of big deal way, right? You're like, boom, I don't know, whatever. I'm going to do something totally different or totally out there. And then this offer, this page, a message, it can be a new way of looking at things too, since this was kind of the way you were working. But because it's in the future, I want to say, I don't know, because you're conflicted about it or something, I want to say it might be someone coming at you, or yeah, maybe you are looking at material things a whole lot differently as well, you know? Now, excuse me, this is what might be hidden or not seen. Might not see it coming. Queen of Wands, King of Cups, the Magician. Wow. Look at all these kings and queens. You're manifesting new relationships, right? You're manifesting... Now, I don't know. I see them both as new people that you're manifesting, but also maybe because you're kind of the King of Wands, and this King of Cups has been coming up as kind of like a forgiveness energy. But Queen of Pentacles, I don't know. I just think you're just manifesting new things, new relationships, new people to come in and like work with in your new way. Let's get this second layer because I'm just dying to know more. I got my crow deck back. I love my crow deck. Let's talk to the crows here. Let's get 4 on the top. Please to clarify these. I feel like my decks have personalities of their own. It's kind of weird. I'm like, oh, I'm back with my deck. 8 of Wands. This deck works great for me though. 4 of Cups, and it's beautiful. Can you get what comes after 4 of Cups, please? What comes after the 4 of Cups? The Emperor. Wow. Okay. Jeez. Powerful energy up in here. The Wheel of Fortune and Justice. Holy shit, dude. Did I just bump the camera? Sorry. Got it a little close to my head this time. What? I love this deck. Oh! 10 of Cups at the bottom. That's nice. Okay. Let's take a look. So then I got to remember what I said before, because like I said, I forget because I get all in the zone. Worked up. My hands are getting tingly. Wow. 4 Cups. The Emperor. And the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, this is strong energy to be with the World and Justice. And then the Tower. Wow. I mean, all this major arcana, you know what that means. I mean, lower arcana stuff is like, minor arcana, whatever, is like doings, right? Things happening on the earthly plane, basically. And major arcana is like spirit, right? Spirit at work. So bigger divine energies, right? And that's where you're coming from. You're meant to have, you know you deserve better. You're on your throne about it. You don't care who gets shaken up about it. You're being discerning and you're moving. This is a card of movement, right? Once you go through that portal, you're swiftly like, whew. And then this is that card of discernment again, where you're looking at that cup. And there's no other cups on here. This only, except this one, but yeah. Duh. But I mean, maybe like I said, you were silly with your cup before, and now you're going to be discerning, right? Now that you see things differently. It's like, hey, you want this fun cup? You know, you were giving and giving and being like, yay. And now you're like, I don't know if does someone give me a cup back or what, you know? And you're going to be a lot more careful now, right? But you're not going to be throwing things around willy-nilly now. You're on your throne and you're like, no. Nope. Justice, the Emperor, Wheel of Fortune. I deserve better, and I know that. Wheel of Fortune is just like fate, right? I mean, it's also, it moves. So you're moving in a fated kind of way on your throne, in your justice, through your portal. I mean, it's pretty powerful energy. Yeah, love it. What are you doing differently? I started two YouTube channels. That's what I did, and I haven't talked to anybody in like 2 years. Pretty much nobody. It's crazy. It's so weird, isn't it? But you know it's right? At the same time, it's weird. So yeah, wands. You're on your throne and you're moving forward big time. Yeah, good vibes. Okay, let's get that second row and get the rest of the story here. Good vibes. Calm down, woman. Queen of Swords, okay. The Eight of Cups. The Knight of Wands. Oh, 2, okay. King of Wands, King of Cups. Really? King of Wands again. Do we have Queen of Wands, King of Cups? Yep. Wow, that's trippy and underscoring something for us, I guess. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to sing. I hate when people sing. 2 of Pentacles underneath, huh? Oh. Huh. Look at that after. Let's see here. Oh. A lot of kings and queens here, eh? Discernment, like I said, walking away, being on your throne of truth, moving in your passion with your wands again. And this Page of Pentacles. Who the hell is this Page of Pentacles? Conflict. Okay. Let me look at these one at a time before I get all excited here. So, what did I say? I hope my head's not in the way, is it? I'm not getting my head in here. I said, you're on your throne. I want to see those wands. There he is. Because now here's Knight of Wands. So you're definitely on your throne. You're moving in your passion. Wands are passion, things you're really into. Like I said, you do what the fuck you want to do, right? And you're into it, okay? Something that you really enjoy, care about, whatever. And then Queen of Swords is sitting on her throne of truth. So you might have to have some truth bombs, but you're here like in this future position with everything you need, right? You don't mind walking away from some things if you have to because I see this as like stuff before like you went through your portal of justice and now you're being much more discerning about who gives you what and what you give others as well. Although this card doesn't really mean that, but that's what I'm seeing here. And then this is like, you're not afraid to walk away. If the cup's not working, you'll walk away. This is walking away from things that no longer serve you. Okay? I see you as being discerning about that now in your truth. Like Queen of Swords, she don't mess around. She'll cut your fucking head off, dude. She don't care. Her sword of truth. If I have to, I'll bust out the sword, man. I'm just saying. I don't need anything. All right. And the Emperor. Emperor is like God energy. Okay. Move. And then Knights are movement. So moving in passion. Here's this conflict. And here's this pentacle. So what is this? Does this have something to do with these guys? Let's stare at this for a second. I'm pretty positive that Emperor is you, though. Because you're meant to sit on your throne is what that says. You're working with spirit. I can feel that. In like in a bit deep way, right? So you're good on your throne. You're good with your sword. You're cool. But here's some conflict. You walked away, so this new thing or the way you're so passionate, or is this someone coming toward you in passion? I don't think so. I think this is you. This might be people just like wanting to be a part of it, not knowing what you're up to, wanting to kind of, maybe you left some people behind or people you used to give to that you're now kind of screening, right? They might be confused. They might be seeing you just moving away, because this is like walking away, and Knight of Wands is like, boop, see ya. Oh, there's my dog. And so then King of Wands, King of Cups, and then we had Queen of Wands, King of Cups. It's so crazy. I'm gonna pause this while my dog barks. Yeah, it's crazy. King of Cups, King of Wands. What did I say about this one? About forgiveness, manifesting new relationships. That's what I was also to see. That's also Wheel of Fortune. I mean, now I see you're just moving on to new relationships. Here's a King of Wands. That's King of Wands back here, but Queen of Wands, like all these wands, like creative. Wands are creative. You could be meeting, look, Wheel of Fortune is like fated, right? You're going to be meeting the people that you're meant to. Look how he's riding right past these people. If this is people from the past or people trying to give you little dinky shit, when you're on your throne with your big ass pentacles and swords and stuff, I feel like this guy's got something piddly, and I think it's going to mess with people, how much you're moving on. It probably is already. I think that's a story we all share, right? Your moving on is like really messing with some people. King of Cups, King of Wands. And it's just crazy. You're manifesting new relationships, better ones that are jiving with what you want to do and the way you want to be treated. It's like you're walking away from these cups over to this cup, and he's just like, do, see ya. Right? I almost want to pick it up and be like a little horsey. And then underneath, see, this is like worrying about the ins and outs of things. How's it going to work on Earth? You know what I mean? We're really worried about it. And then Knight of Cups. The Magician again. It was under here. The Fool. Oh, wow. Yeah. You're manifesting new things. Don't worry. You know, and you might be stuck on... See, now, I've said this before, but Knight of Cups has been coming up a lot as, like, apology, but it also can be, like, someone coming towards you and, like, who likes you, romantically or otherwise. And I feel like you're worrying maybe about, you're maybe focusing on someone you think owes you an apology, or people that haven't come back yet. That's me. Nobody's come back. I tell you that. Nobody. Even those I thought for sure would. Nope. So... yeah, I'm kind of stuck on it, but I know I'm manifesting better. I know that. I know I'm starting over, but it's difficult to let go of some people, right? And so you're kind of figuring, and maybe there's people you still have to see. You work with them or their family and you see them sometimes, or have to show up to stuff, and or something like that. Like, how does this work now? What's your relationship look like if you do it right, you know? I don't know. Okay. I feel like I've been talking too much, but let's get some clarifiers, or advice, I mean, from the most beautiful deck in the universe, the Tarot of Mystical Moments. This is the one that started it all. I was watching one of my favorite readers. Actually, if you look on my channel, there's one video with my face on it, and I talk about how I was called, but the first thing that happened, I was watching readings, and I saw this deck, and I was captivated. I had to have it. And I wasn't even reading cards at all. I didn't plan on reading cards. I mean, I had a couple decks from a long time ago, but it was the craziest thing. And they're still my favorite. I love this deck, and it smells like a new book. Anyway, let's get some advice on this situation. I'm feeling silly now. You guys are silly, I can tell. Or my guides are silly or something. Somebody's silly. I know I'm silly. Queen of Cups. We had Queen of Cups and we had King of Cups. Queen of Cups, there she is, underwater. What other advice here? What comes after Queen of Cups, please? What comes after the Queen of Cups? Then what? The Magician again. Is this the third time we've seen the Magician? Oh, there's underneath, but still. There's my dog again. He's very cute. Barks a lot. 2 more, please? Can I get 2 more advice cards here? What's after the Magician, please? What comes after the Magician? Thank you. Knight of Wands again. On the Knight of Wands. How nice. I love when that happens. It's crazy. It happens all the time. 1 more. What comes after Knight of Wands, please? Oh, there it went. Is that the Ace of Swords? Yes. All right. And underneath, 5 of Cups. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's some people you haven't heard from, like I just said, in a long time, and you are maybe focusing on that more than what you have, what you're gaining. And that's, yeah, it's hard to let go of people that you've known for a long time that you thought were very important to you. And then you realize they don't give a shit, or they're fine acting like they don't give a shit. And just throwing that in there. Okay. So, wow, look at these cards, huh? Knight of Wands, right on the Knight of Wands. That always trips me out when that happens. Ace of Swords. The Magician, huh? On the 4. Okay, let me start at the beginning. Let me just start over here. Queen of Cups. On that Page of Cups, huh? And then we have the King over here. Now, what are we saying about that? What did I say about that? This one was before, though. There's a difference between the Page of Cups kind of naively giving away stuff and hoping to get something back. But the Queen of Cups, she's more of heart space. She's forgiving. She's solid in her emotions. So I feel like you're becoming more stable as far as your emotions go as you work through this. And you're manifesting. The Magician. You're manifesting these new relationships, like I said, through your discernment, your new discernment. It can be heart-based. At first, you might feel, there's no defensiveness in this reading. And in the past readings, it's been very defensive because you probably had to have some defensive talks. But now, I feel like you're solid in your discernment and you're just manifesting as you go on in your fiery way, doing what the hell you want to do, right? Look at these guys, both of them. Later. See ya. Just gonna go do my shit now. Adios. And didn't I say that you were just flying right over whatever this confusion is from other people, is what I feel? Or little things popping up going, oh, but what about me? And you're like, Ace of Swords is Ace of Truth. That's a whole new truth, a whole new idea, or an idea, or you got your new thing and you're moving on it and you're good. It's doing a lot for you. This one has a key, and this key is interesting because see how he's got the lock in his head? Because with my healing, I got to a point where I felt like, and I see it in the Hierophant card, it's not out here, but has some keys on it. And it's like, I found the key and it unlocked everything for me. I could see everything that we talked about here just super clearly. And so this is like a card of like your new truth. And you can't unsee what you know, right? You can't unsee it. And so these people are the ones that are going to come in that truth as you discern. And it's fated to do that. You doing all this has put you exactly where you need to be, meeting up with the people you need for this new section or whatever, section of life, phase of life. The trusting is the tricky part, right? The trust, because it's like, I don't see the pentacles, but for me, it's been a while. There's an in-between, but this is just like, come from your heart space. Keep manifesting, keep discerning, and making your choices from your throne. I mean, do what the fuck you want to do the way you want to do it. And I feel like that is huge right now. Like it's so hard to be authentic. I mean, I'm probably the most authentic person you've ever met. Like, I don't give a fuck, right? But there's still that aspect of you that like has been raised to give a fuck too much about what other people think or what the response is going to be, especially if you're doing like a YouTube channel. Like, that's been a real head trip for me. Like, I know that by doing these channels, I'm gathering the people I want to gather and need to for the future. Like, it was just a strong feeling that I just wanted my people together. I just want my people. Like, I left who I thought were my people, and now I'm seeking my new soul family, right? We all are, or a lot of us are. If you're watching this still, you are too. I guarantee. I bet $1 on it. Oh, it's a head fuck because, like, as much as I can say I don't care what anybody thinks, and mostly I don't. In the act of trying to want to draw certain people, you can't help but be like, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Right? Come, come, come. I need you. I need you. Yeah. So that's, I think, a manifestation blocking headspace we get into, and I feel like that's what this channel specifically is teaching me not to do. Even though I still kind of do it, but I understand that compared to my other channel, which is a craft channel, there's much more flow on this channel, and it's much deeper as far as what I can say about healing and spirit and things that you don't just say on a craft channel, right? So yeah, even if you are like solid in what you know and what you're doing, it's still tricky. It's still tricky, right? I don't know why I said all that. But your truth is what really matters. And that's what's going to bring you what you need. 100%. We know that, right? We know that. But I like to hear it. And I guess I have to hear it a million times because the messages are very similar on my readings. But like, I am actually benefiting from hearing it over and over. I got to tell you. Yeah. And then I'd say don't focus so much on what you've lost, right? Don't worry so much about the details and the ins and outs because you are manifesting these relationships. Two of Cups relationships, Knight of Pentacles, like slow, right? It's taking a long time. Don't let that fuck with you, although it's fucking with me. But I think we're all in that space where we've been doing something and waiting, kind of. It's like, how do you wait without waiting? Because that waiting vibe is what kind of holds off your manifestations. Like, where is it? Where is it? Right? So it's like the trick of waiting without waiting. Like, just the knowing, it's trusting in the divine and like being pushed by them and hearing things from them helps, right? Doesn't it help you have faith? Like watching these channels, I'm just like, I have so much more faith in the divine and like, and also in all of us being kind of in the same position, right? A camaraderie. We're all in this kind of together. Ah, that was great. Ooh, I hope it made sense. Thank you so much for lending your energy to this reading. I will see you in the next one.